2012 Ford Explorer here. I'm looking after one of my customers. This was a really big job. They had to replace the right rail on it in the front. I'll show you that in a second. But the engine was out of the vehicle, and the dashboard and the structure behind the dashboard was out of the vehicle to enable them to repair the rail. So the rail is this, all this stuff in here. They did the shock tower, they did the rail, inner and outer. You can see all this stuff here is new. It's already been painted. But we had to take the dashboard out inside the vehicle because everything comes back to here, and there's a main structural thing there. In order to weld there, all the dash and the structure had to come out in order to be able to do it. So when they got the thing back together, they sent it out to another shop to put the engine in. And guys put the thing back in, and everything they did looks okay, but there's a no start condition. We've got like no communication with the PCM. I plugged it in, scanned it. I can't even talk to the vehicle. So I just quick looked up a wiring diagram here on my computer. There's a diagram over there. Figured out how the PCM gets power, and I came out to the fuse box. I figured, okay, let's check all the fuses. So we're going here. This fuse is dead. If this fuse was good, it would just sound like this. So this fuse should have power on with the ignition on and the key is on in the vehicle. So I went over to this terminal on the fuse box, and this is where the main power comes in from the battery. No power there either. So I start looking down there, see if I can trace it back. And I happen to notice this terminal here has no cable on it. And I reach down, and there it is. So we're going to connect this up, and maybe this is a pretty simple fix. Take that off of there. And the vehicle's all plugged in, so she's going to come to life on us. Alright, there it goes. Relay's clicking. It's alive. Put this on there. Yep, see the wipers going? Wipers just park themselves. And I got a ratchet here in my pocket. We'll just quick snug that up. Snug that guy up. I'm going to see if we can start the engine here. There we go, that's good. See, I even had the bottom half of the cowl off so I could go in there and look at the PCM because I was checking for power and ground at the PCM. None were present. Obviously they weren't because they couldn't get power from over here. So what we're going to do now is we're just going to cycle the key. Let's open the door and do this. We're going to cycle the key off, back on, and we'll see if it's going to start. Negative, nothing. Put on a brake maybe. Sorry about the shaky camera. Nope. Still got nothing. We're going to get this figured out. Okay, I figured out why the car wouldn't crank now. The issue was the computer didn't think the vehicle was in park, even though the selector was in park, because the linkage here, this piece here, seems to be messed up. It has like a ratchet mechanism and grips on here so you can adjust it, but I can't get it to lock down into place, so they're going to need to replace that, maybe the cable. I'm not really sure how the setup is sold. It might be the cable, or maybe you can see individually. But I was able to push it in place, and now the PCM, because the PCM gets its information of what gear the vehicle's in from the transmission. There's a combination switch inside the trans. So now the vehicle knows that it's actually in park. And we can come in here, and keys in it. You see, put it on the brake. Starts up and runs. Everything's good. Car scan's clean. Everything seems to be okay with it. Got some stability lights and stuff on, but we can take care of all that. It's all minor. But anyway, she's a runner. Thanks for watching. Customer also just pointed out to me on this vehicle that the washer bottle was ripped off of it and they were missing a couple of connectors, and I stocked probably 10,000 connectors and I had everything we need in stock for it. I'm just going to patch this thing back together, wrap it up in the factory loom, and make it look good. There's two other wires here that go here. We'll reconnect those, give a little added extra length so they have the slack they need to put the vehicle back together, and then we'll be done.